just over there getting the boat out. This is a little inlet on Long Pond, and he is going to take me across the pond to the Sabbath Day Pond shelter. Jeff just dropped me off. You can see him over there just pulling out. He's going to go do some fishing, and I am heading towards the Sabbath Day Pond shelter, which is, this is Long Pond. They're not really connected, so, but they're right all together in the same area, so I'm heading that way. It's about 0.3 from here, and pretty awesome to have family that lives so close by and has access to a camp right on the lake, so it's kind of neat to be able to come into the trailhead by boat. There he goes. So here is Sabbath Day Pond. This is the water source, water access for the Sabbath Day Pond shelter. If I can get out here a little ways further, I can show you the whole pond. And this is one of what's called the 4 ponds. So we just came across Long Pond. There's some ducks out there. And I just hiked 0.3 over here to where the shelter is, and I'm going to go find a campsite near the shelter and hopefully do a video for you of my camp chores and my evening setup. Since I'm here kind of early, it's only about 3:30 in the afternoon. I've got plenty of time for that. So I've walked around near the shelter here. The shelter's right up there, and scouted a few tent sites, and I actually kind of like the looks of this one that's right here by the rock. It's a little packed down, but kind of private, small. So I'm going to go ahead and set up here. One of the next things I need to do is hang my bear line because there's no bear box here. And unfortunately, there are not a whole lot of trees with good branches, but it looks like maybe some candidates there if they aren't too dead. I'll give it a shot. I need to find a small rock to tie to my line. This one looks a little too small, although it's nice and jaggedy, which means it would be unlikely or less likely to fall out of the knot, but I'm going to try to find one that's a little bit bigger. This one looks decent. It doesn't have a lot of little crooks to hold the line, but it's a good weight and good size, so I'm going to use this one. Okay, there's my rock at the end of my bear line, which is up over that branch, which is a pretty good height. It's kind of a dying branch, but I pulled on it and it's got some flex to it, so I know it's not completely dead. So pretty promising, and hopefully when I bring my bear bag back to hang it, it won't break on me. My next order of business is to go filter some water. I came out with just a half a liter, so I need to get a couple liters for tonight and tomorrow. But I am going to go ahead and hang my food bag because I'm not going to eat for a bit, and don't want to take any chances with losing my 4 days of food here. So there's my food. It's not the ideal bear bag hang. It should be 12 feet up and 6 feet from the tree trunk. It's a little low right now, but hopefully it'll be okay for the moment while I go get water, and then I may actually even try to get a higher branch, but we'll see. I got my water from the pond, and one of my favorite ways to filter water, my lazy way, is just to hang the Vecto that I have from the tree and let it just gravity feed into my bottles. I do that if I'm not in a hurry, if I've got other things to do while the water's filtering. I just have to keep an eye on it and make sure it doesn't overflow, but it works really well. Generally the next task I would tackle is cooking dinner, but it's only about 4:30, so I'm going to hold off on that and just take care of getting my bed set up and maybe just do a little catching up on some reading or something like that. So here's my cozy little sleep setup. I've got my Climate Air mattress underneath my Sea to Summit silk liner, my Underground Quilts custom quilt, which I am in love with. It's super soft, super cozy, and then my Cocoon pillow, and I've got a custom pillowcase that I made just to help keep it a little bit cleaner. So that's it. I have my clothes in my day pack there. My backpack I just bring in, and then my other items are just kind of put where I can reach them, where I can remember where things are. So you may have noticed while I was setting things up that I'm out here by myself. There's a couple other hikers around, but Mudbug is not with me, and I'm just really bummed because, well, we were both really beat up by the whites in the Mahoosic Range, and we just had a 0 day with my cousin Beth, and Mudbug decided that she was done with the trail for now. So that's a very personal decision. I know obviously I've had a few moments that I've shared with you where I was just almost ready to throw in the towel, and I think she just decided that based on where we were in time and all those kinds of things, that it was time for her to go home. So we dropped her off at the airport in Portland last night, and she headed home. And I came back out to the trail today with Jeff and got my special delivery via boat ride, which was pretty cool to come back to the shelter that way. But yeah, so I'll be hiking on by myself, and hopefully I'll be bumping into some other hikers that I know, and maybe be able to connect with some folks to do the 100-mile wilderness. But if not, the current plan is that I'm going to just keep going solo. So fingers crossed that everything will work out the way it should, whatever that is. That remains to be seen.